教宗選舉令嚟自世界各地嘅樞機們都齊集喺羅馬。我哋有機會喺羅馬嘅街頭同東京嘅總主教谷地公樞機傾下佢點樣睇呢次參與教宗選舉會議嘅經驗。關於教宗選舉，其中最引起人討論嘅一點就係樞機們嘅會議要喺手機通訊中斷、完全閉門嘅情況之下進行。谷地公樞機又點樣睇呢一種安排呢？
During the conclave, we are confined in the Casa Santa Marta, and our phones, our laptops, and everything is gone. And so we had a lot of time doing nothing. And when we have so much time doing nothing, we tend to go for the prayers. So in the Casa Santa Marta, on the ground floor, there is a chapel where the Pope Francis used to say morning mass every day. And whenever we go to the chapel, there are many cardinals sitting there praying in silence to discern the direction of the Holy Spirit. The taking out of the phones and laptops and not it doesn't mean that we don't have the connection with outside world, but giving the cardinals more time to sit down in silence and pray and discern the guidance of the Spirit. So I think this time we really prayed hard not to ask Holy Spirit to guide us to do the good voting, but rather we prayed for Holy Spirit that we will be able to find somebody whom Jesus already chosen as a successor of Peter.
當然，樞機們要分辨出邊個係耶穌選定嘅伯多祿繼承人，單靠祈禱係唔足夠嘅。樞機們都需要把握機會，彼此傾談認識。
Just sitting down and praying doesn't mean that we will find the way out to choose some good people, but also the communication is very important. So especially during the meal time, lunch or dinner, we sit down together, we eat together, of course, but we also drink a bit of the beautiful wine in Rome. And so we had a lot of time and a lot of chance to meet the people, meet the other cardinals, and to share our own stories, to know each other very well. So I think that was the best way for us. It's not only making some groups or going behind somebody or to making some plots, but it was the sitting down together in the dinner table, chatting each other was the best time to know each other, and that helped us a lot to know each other.
講到教宗選舉嘅趣事，原來限制使用手機同埋電腦都引發咗一啲蝦碌情況。
When we arrived at the Casa Santa Marta, there was a tight security, like airport security. Everything has to go through the X-ray, and the security people will take out all the smartphones or the laptop or the charger and everything. And some of the cardinals use the Apple Watch or whatever as a wake-up call, but it was also taken away. So we didn't have any way to know the time. So the many complained that we don't know how to get up in the morning. So then the people working in Casa Santa Marta went out to buy this the clock, the battery one, to distribute all the cardinals so that we know the time.
喺梵蒂岡進行嘅教宗選舉，大會選用嘅當然係拉丁文同埋意大利文啦。大衛唔熟悉呢兩種語言嘅樞機，咁又造成另外一種蝦碌嘅情況。
And another thing is that you see everything during the conclave. It is on the media. You can see the media and the Vatican news and these things. When we make an oath, each individual cardinal make oath. The transcript is in Latin, and then we have the manual, but manual is in Italian and Latin. So if you don't know the Latin or Italian, you don't know what to do. So when you go to make an oath, you read the Latin prayer, and then you have to put your right hand on the Bible, Gospel. But some cardinals didn't know about it because they couldn't read the Italian or the Latin. So then they're just reading the Latin prayer, and then the monsignors, those who are in the nearby, they realize that, the cardinal is not putting the hand on the Bible, so they will come and hold your hand and push to the gospel. So that was very funny, actually.
講返谷地公樞機， 佢本身係聖言會嘅會士。2025年係聖言會創會150週年，呢個以聖言命名嘅修會會點樣繼續將主耶穌嘅福音繼續廣傳呢？
The SVD 150 years ago, we started from Germany. So the original missionaries are from Germany or Austria or the Italy, and we started from China. It was a primary evangelization in China. In that connection, they also came to Japan. At the beginning, in China the same, and also in Japan and many Asian countries, because it was very difficult to communicate with the people, so they established the schools and other social welfare facilities. Through the education, through the social activities, we wanted to communicate with the people and to disseminate the gospel. But nowadays, the society has been changed. Many countries, like in Japan or China, now the government is taking over the schools or social welfare services. So church doesn't have much connection with the people. So the meaning of the primary evangelization is now changing. So we want to we want to put more energy to the charitable activities. Through the charitable activities, we have many connections with the young people, because you know that the young people who wants to be a volunteer to serve the poor, serve the destitute, serve the people who are in difficulties. So it is very important right now for the Catholic Church to put more energy to the charitable activities, to invite the many young people to come as a volunteer. So that is what we have been doing in many countries now. And the SVD is also changing the attitude of the primary evangelization. Of course, primary evangelization is very important, and also it is very important to continue our institutions. But at the same time, it's very important to communicate with the young people, to involve them in our work.